जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रमाय जय सुदर्शन जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रहे। Hare Krishna, welcome you all this morning class on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. We are discussing from Canto 1, Chapter 15, verse number 8. Yat sannidhau aham u khandavam agnaye adam indram cha sa amaraganam tarasa vijitya labdha sabha mayakrita adbhuta shilpa maya दिग्भ्यः अहरन् नृपतयः बलिम् अध्वरे ते यत्सन्निधावहमु खाण्डवम् अग्नयेदाम् यत्सन्निधावहमु खाण्डवमग्नयेदाम् इन्द्रं च सामरगणं तरसा विजित्य लब्धा सभा मयकृताद्भुतशिल्पमाया दिग्भ्यो हरन् नृपतयो बलिमध्वरेते यत्सन्निधावहमुखाण्डवमग्नयेदाम् इन्द्रं च सामरगणं तरसा विजित्य लब्धा सभामयकृताद्भुतशिल्पमाया दिग्भ्यो हरन् नृपतयो बलिमध्वरेते यत्सन्निधावहमुखाण्डवमग्नयेदाम् इन्द्रं च सामरगणं तरसा विजित्य लब्धा सभामयकृताद्भुतशिल्पमाया दिग्भ्यो हरन्नृपतयो बलिमध्वरेते. Please recite. यत्सन्निधावहमुखाण्डवमग्नयेदाम् इन्द्रं च सामरगणं तमसा विजित्य Anyone last? Anyone? Matajas? Any Prabhus? Any one time? Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Yat, whose, sannidhau, being nearby, aham, myself, u, note of astonishment, khandavam, the protected forest of Indra, king of heaven, agnaye, onto the fire god, Adam, delivered. Indram, Indra. Cha, also. Sa, along with. Amaraganam, the demigods. Charasa, with all dexterity. Vijitya, having conquered. Labdha, having obtained. Sabha, assembly house. Mayakrita, built by Maya. Adbhuta, very wonderful. Shilpa, art and workmanship. Maya, potency. Digbhya, from all directions. Aharan, collected. Nrupatayaha, all princes. Palim, presentations. Adhvare, brought. Te, your. Translation. Because he was near me, it was possible for me to conquer with great dexterity the powerful king of heaven Indradeva, along with his demigod associates, and thus enable the fire god to devastate the Khandava forest. And only by his grace was the demon named Maya saved from the blazing Khandava forest, and thus we could build our assembly house of wonderful architectural workmanship, where all the princes assembled during the performance of Rajasuya Yajna and paid you tributes. Purport. The demon Mayadanava was an inhabitant of the forest Khandava, and when the Khandava forest was set on fire, he asked protection from Arjuna. Arjuna saved his life, and as a result of this, the demon felt obliged. He reciprocated by building a wonderful assembly house for the Pandavas, which attracted the extraordinary attention of all state princes. They felt the supernatural power of the Pandavas, and thus, without grudge, all of them submitted and paid tributes to the emperor. The demons possess wonderful and supernatural powers to create material wonders, but they are always disturbing elements of the society. The modern demons are the harmful material scientists who create some material wonders for disturbance in the society. For example, the creation of nuclear weapons has caused some panic in human society. Maya was also a materialist like that, and he knew the art of creating such wonderful things. And yet, Lord Krishna wanted to kill him. When he was chased both by the fire and by the wheel of Lord Krishna, he took shelter of such a devotee as Arjuna, who saved him from the wrath of the fire of Lord Sri Krishna. Devotees are therefore more merciful than the Lord, and in devotional service, the mercy of a devotee is more valuable than the mercy of the Lord. Both the fire and the Lord ceased from chasing the demon as soon as both of them saw that the demon was given shelter by such a devotee as Arjuna. This demon, feeling obliged to Arjuna, wanted to do him some service to show his gratefulness, but Arjuna declined to accept anything from him in exchange. Lord Sri Krishna, however, being pleased with Maya for his taking shelter of a devotee, asked him to render service unto King Yudhishthira by building a wonderful assembly house. The process is that by the grace of the devotee, the mercy of the Lord is obtained, and by the mercy of the Lord, a chance to serve the Lord's devotee is obtained. The club of Bhimasena was also a gift of Mayadanava. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So once upon a time, Agnidev, his stomach was upset because he was eating lot of ghee. He was accepting lot of ghee. We put swaha, swaha, so much ghee we put in the fire. So his stomach became very upset. So then he went to Brahma. Said, what should I do now? He said, you eat Kanda forest. It has so many herbs. So then your digestion problem, stomach problem will be solved. So then he came there to eat Khandava forest, but whenever he tried to attempt to eat, to burn Khandava forest, at that time there will be rain. And why? Because Indra would shower the rain. And you see Indra and Agni, same, it's like same, they work together. Indra is water, rain department, and Agni is fire department. So the HOD is there both. So one HOD wants something, but the other HOD is not allowing here. Anyways, so Indra, he was putting water, should not eat. Why? Because in that forest there is a very dear friend of Indra, whose name was Nagatakshaka, a snake friend. So she would tell that snake, he would tell that, please save me, then Indra would pour water. So like that many times it happened, Agni tried to eat but always failed. So then he went to Brahma. Brahma said, see, a time will come when Krishna and Arjuna, they are very powerful, they are Naranarayana incarnations. They will come, you take their help, with their help you can eat. So he was waiting for that opportunity. So Arjuna, he goes for a tour all over India because he breaks a law. The law was, like there are 5 husbands, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, and Draupadi. So if one husband is, sharing time with Draupadi, if someone else some other husband come, then they have to go out. They have to go for a tour. That is because they broke the law. Even meeting or something like that. So once it so happened, Arjuna has to take his Gandhi Babu, which is not Gandhi Babu, but some weapons which are inside. So then he has to knock the door and take. So then he broke the law. So then he has to accept the punishment that he has to go out. So then he went all over India. He met so many kings, queens. So then finally he reaches Dwaraka. So there, in the guise of a sadhu, sannyasi, he enters into Dwaraka palace and slowly he kidnaps Subhadra and marries her. And then he comes back to Indraprastha. So after this, Krishna visits Indraprastha and Krishna and Arjuna has good time. Krishna and other Pandavas also. So then one day Arjuna says that, my dear Krishna, Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. He says, the days are very hot, let's go out for a walk, for a ride on the banks of Yamuna. So Krishna and Arjuna goes for a ride on the banks of Yamuna. There they have nice cottages. It is all mentioned in the Mahabharata. They have very luxurious cottages on the banks of Yamuna. So they spent time there and they were walking on the bank. So suddenly one Brahmana comes and says, please save me, please save me. So then he comes in the form of a Brahmana, but he introduces know me to me as Agni. I am the fire god. I am facing this problem of stomach. So I want to eat these herbs in the forest. Then he says, every time I try to eat, Indra stops it. So then Krishna and Arjuna says, don't worry, we will help you to solve this problem. So then Arjuna, because Agni also says that the burning of this forest is also ordained by Brahma, because in this forest there are many Rakshasas living and all the living entities are sinful here. So there is no problem even if you kill all these animals. So don't worry about that, it is authorized. So then Arjuna, he brings out his weapons, then he shoots arrows, he burns the forest. Then all the snakes or all Rakshasas, they run away. And Agni, slowly, he eats away all the Khandava forest. Then the message goes to Indra, so and so thing is happening. Indra suddenly comes and he showers very heavy rain. They said each drop is like big tree. that much heavy rain. But then Arjuna's arrows, it was emanating so much fire, whatever water is falling, it is getting evaporated. Then Indra puts more water, more like torrential rain. Then what Arjuna does, he just makes a roof of arrows. Thousands and lakhs of arrows he releases, he makes a roof. So not even a drop falls down. Not even a drop falls down. So we make, we make concrete and all, but still sometimes there is no water leakages, seepage problem. There is making roof of arrows. Imagine you keep one arrow, few arrows like this, there will be certainly gap. But there is not even one drop is falling there. What was the engineering? So then Agni is very peaceful and peacefully he eats away everything. Then by seeing the power of Arjuna, his chivalry, Indra comes down and he becomes very, actually not only Indra, if you see in the translation, Indra and also it is written all the demigods. It's written, you see. Indra Deva along with his demigod associates. So this is something very surprising, that Indra is coming to attack Krishna and Arjuna. This is second time. First time he attacked in the Govardhan Leela. And second time now. Indra is coming and Indra is accompanied by all other devatas. Yamaraj is coming, Maruts are coming, all others. That's why it is written demigods. Okay, before this, Agni says, Indra, before fighting, Arjuna says to Agni that I don't have weapons. So you give me quivers which has inexhaustible arrows. So you give me that, then I can fight. And also a chariot. So then Agni calls Varuna, water god. So see Varuna, you have weapons which are stored in the depth of the ocean. You bring those weapons, we'll give to Arjuna. So then they bring and he gives Arjuna quivers which are inexhaustible. How many arrows you remove also? There will be always arrows. Our bank account also should be like that. How much amount you spend also, it should be inexhaustible bank account. So then he gives arrows. Then he also gives a very powerful golden chariot which can go in any direction, which has a Hanuman flag. And this is the same chariot which Arjuna uses in the Kurukshetra war also. So then with that they fight. And Agni also gives, I think this club, Kaumudaka club to Krishna. So the fight has on, and finally Indra becomes very happy seeing the power of Arjuna. Because he understands that he is my own son. What is the other name of Arjuna? Aindra. Aindra means son of Indra. Kunti Devi invokes the Indra god, and that is how by the blessings of Indra, Arjuna was born. So it is his own son. So he becomes very happy, he comes down. Then Indra offers obeisances, Krishna is there. Then Indra says, Arjuna, ask a boon. I am very pleased with you. And Arjuna says, give me all the celestial weapons. All the celestial weapons. Then Indra says, okay, I'll give you, but after Shiva gives you Pashupati Astra, I'll give you all other weapons. You will come to my abode and I'll give you all the weapons. Then Indra asks Krishna also. Krishna, you also please ask something. I want to give you some boon. Indra is saying to Krishna. Krishna says, no, it's very beautiful what Krishna says. Krishna says that, please bless me that my friendship with Arjuna will remain eternal. Says. And he says, Tathastu, let it be so. Then Agni comes. Agni also says, forefront, I also like to give you blessings, Arjuna. Just like I am pervading everywhere. I can pervade everywhere, just like fire, it can go anywhere. Similarly, you will also have the power to go anywhere in the universe. That's why, you see, after Arjuna fights with Shiva, he gets Pashupati Astra. After that, he goes directly to heaven to meet Indra. You know that story? So, how can a human with a human body go to heaven? So, that was the blessing of Agni. Like Ravana wanted to send people to heaven by climbing staircase in the same body. Not possible. Trishanku, it comes in the 9th canto. Trishanku, he wanted to go to heaven in the same body. And it's not possible, so he goes to Vishwamitra. So, I will send you to heaven. And he uses all his power and sent rocket, Trishanku to heaven. And there, demigods are saying, "Arey, who is this unqualified fellow is coming? Send him down." Then they are also sending powers. Then that fellow, Trishanku is, Vishwamitra is sending up and they are sending down. So both forces are neutralized and he is still in between somewhere. So therefore, I don't know in Hindi, but in Telugu, if someone's position is marginal, na either. So then in Telugu we call that as Trishanku position. you know. Huh? Something like that. But this is more decent way. So you can't go to heaven with the human body. You need qualification. Even the astronauts who are going to space, space journey, they also have to wear certain clothes to tolerate that pressure, which is that climate. So it's recording is going on, but they are telling we sent rocket to moon and all these things. So how much true we don't know. That moon landing is there. Neil Armstrong went to the moon. That's a hoax. That's a false thing. It's a made story. So you can't. Prabhupada says moon is a heavenly planet, and you are going to moon and bringing some stones. What is the use? So moon is a heavenly planet. People stay for 10,000 years, celestial years. So, but by the mercy of Agni, Arjuna got this blessing that he can go to anywhere in the universe. After he goes to heaven also, he helps demigods by killing a certain demons called Nivata Kavachas who stay inside the water. So he goes inside the water and kills them and protects demigods. So if you see in this chapter, the few shlokas, it's very relating to in Bhagavad Gita what Arjuna is speaking, the same thing. Here what Arjuna is saying, but only thing is, there Krishna was present in front. Bhagavad Gita happened after this. This is first and that is second. So this happened later. Krishna left. That was first. So at that time he was in ignorance. Right. Why he was crying? Now you can see here, shloka number 1. If you see, Arjuna, the celebrated friend of Lord Krishna, was grief-stricken because of his strong feeling of separation from Arjuna, from Krishna, over and above all Maharaja Yudhishthira's speculative enquiries. Now he is feeling separation from Krishna. There Krishna was present in front of him. Still he was grief-stricken in the Mahabharata war, Kurukshetra war. In the second shloka, due to grief, Arjuna's mouth and lotus-like heart had dried up. In Bhagavad Gita also same thing. His body is trembling, his mouth is drying, his heart is palpitating. His body lost all luster. Now, remembering the Supreme Lord, he could hardly utter a word in reply. Same situation. With great difficulty, he checked the tears of grief that smeared his eyes And he was very distressed because Lord Krishna was out of his sight and he increasingly felt affection for him. There Krishna was present in front of him, but his heart was towards the family, attachment. But here, Krishna was not there, but he developed he has so much devotion that he is feeling separation, very distressed. Remembering Lord Krishna and his well-wishers, benefactions, intimate familial relations and his chariot driving, Arjuna, overwhelmed and breathing very heavily, began to speak. So, in this shloka, a very important thing is mentioned, that is Maya Danava. Okay. So finally what happened? Then Indra blesses and Agni also blesses and goes. Then this Maya Danava who was hiding underground, so he was not killed. So he came out, after everything was over, he came out, and at that time Arjuna saw and Arjuna saw and Krishna also saw and Agni also saw. So Agni fire was coming and Krishna Sudarshan Chakra was coming to kill him. But he came running and surrendered to Arjuna. Then immediately Arjuna, because Kshatriya, if some opposite person surrenders, it's the duty of Kshatriya to not kill him, to protect him. So Arjuna protected him, he did not kill him. And Krishna, it's there in the purport also, and Krishna becomes happy by saying this because a demon he took shelter of a great devotee. And as it is mentioned, Mayadanava asks for something he wants to serve. Arjuna says, no, I don't want anything. And Krishna says, yeah, you can make this Maya Sabha, a celestial hall. So here a great quality is mentioned of forgiveness. How a devotee is forgiving. Here Arjuna forgived, right? Forgived Maya. There are also other cases in other pastimes or stories in Mahabharata where same thing happened. Sudarshan Chakra is falling and that person surrendered to a devotee and he was saved. What was that? Yeah. Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. So Ambarish Maharaj, you know that story, how Durvasa Muni offended and then Krishna sent Sudarshan Chakra. Durvasa Muni goes to even Vaikunta and Vishnu says that it is not in my hands. It is in the control of my devotee. So then finally he comes back and takes shelter of Ambarish Maharaj. So then Sudarshan Chakra stops there. Another example, very famous example. Very famous. Yeah. Jagai Madai. So Jagai Madai, Lord Chaitanya brought Sudarshan Chakra to kill. But they took shelter of whom? Nityananda Prabhu, great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So they were saved. So there are a lot of quotes of Srila Prabhupada about this forgiveness. Very interesting quotes. It is said in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 9th canto, how the Supreme Personality of Godhead gets pleased. The duty of a Brahmana is to culture the quality of forgiveness, which is illuminating like the sun. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, is pleased with those who are forgiving. Now, Prabhupada writes in the purport very nicely, every person has beauty, not just bodily beauty. The beauty comes out of his qualities. Very nicely Prabhupada writes. Different personalities become beautiful by possessing different qualities. Now who are they? He lists out. Chanakya Pandit says that a cuckoo bird, koila, it's very dark. No one likes darkness, blackish, no one likes. This koila is very black, cuckoo. is very black, is beautiful. It is blackish, but it is beautiful. Why? Because it has a sweet voice. Isn't it? It has a sweet voice. So that blackishness, that sweet voice has overpowered. It has covered that blackishness. Similarly, a woman becomes beautiful by her chastity and faithfulness to her husband. If the woman bodily, if she may be beautiful, but if she is not chaste, she is not considered proper. She is not considered beautiful. At least in the assembly of, scholarly people or nice people or decent people or mature people or pious people, it's not considered correct. So even though she may be beautiful in terms of body, but if she is not having a character, then she is not beautiful. But on the other side, if she is not having beauty, not having a material bodily beauty, but she has a very good character, then she is beautiful. And an ugly person, Prabhupada says about a woman, then now a man. An ugly person becomes beautiful when an ugly person becomes beautiful. Very good. When he is a learned scholar. When he is a learned scholar, that scholarliness, that knowledge covers away any other drawback. In the same way, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras become beautiful by their qualities. How the Brahmana becomes beautiful? By Janyu, by Tilak, by mantras. How? How the Brahmana becomes beautiful? Very good. Forgiveness. This is a quality of a Brahmana. Brahmana becomes beautiful by forgiveness. See, he has so much knowledge. What is the use of your knowledge if you are not forgiving someone? You may be expert in chanting, mantras, very neat and clean, so much ritualistic, but there is no mercy, there is no kindness in the heart, there is no forgiving mentality. So what is the use? So Brahmana becomes beautiful by the quality of forgiveness. Kshatriyas become beautiful by the quality of, by being heroic. If the Kshatriya, if the Kshatriya is not fighting, how he will be beautiful? Now, if the opportunity to fight comes, he has to fight. So no, I will not fight. I will go. Now you all can manage. That's not the thing. Kshatriya means come ahead, fight. He is the first person. Previously, kings, Raja is first, Sipai is behind. Now Sipais are first and Raja is in the palace. So, Kshatriyas become, see, heroic Kshatriyas, you see how Shivaji Maharaj, his son Sambhaji Maharaj, and Maharana Pratap. In south we have Krishnadeva Raya, very heroic kings. They never took a back step. You see the life story of Maharana Pratap, how inspirational it is, Shivaji Maharaj. So that heroic kings, there are so many thousands and lakhs of kings were there. But we don't remember all of them, we don't worship all of them. But you see Shivaji Maharaj or Maharana Pratap, they are, even after hundreds of years also, they are being glorified, worshipped. And even after thousands of years also. That is because they are very heroic. They are very brave to protect their citizens. How the Vaishya becomes beautiful? Very good. Protecting the cows, and also it is written, Vaishyas, when they enrich cultural activities and protecting the cows. Cultural activities, festivals or whatever, all other arts, culture, it's all Vaishya's thing. It's a business related thing. And protecting the cows. Then Vaishyas become beautiful. How the Shudras become beautiful? Very good. When they are faithful in the discharge of duties pleasing to their masters. When they are faithful, discharging the duties and also faithful and also pleasing to the masters. Now, if you have a servant who is arguing with you, who is giving left-right answers, or who is doing service but not very pleasing, so certainly we don't keep such servants. So it's a duty. It's how the Shudras, servant becomes beautiful by pleasing the master and in a faithful way. So thus everyone becomes beautiful by his qualities. And the special quality of the Brahmana as described here is forgiveness. Few more quotes. In the 4th canto it is said, the Lord is very satisfied with his devotee when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship and equality. The Lord is pleased if a devotee greets other devotee. Not only devotee, even he may be a not devotee also. Just like, many people we meet outside, they may not be wearing kantimala, tilak, dhoti, kurta, but we have to tell them, Hare Krishna. Not just when we have some work, even naturally we can tell Hare Krishna. Many times outside people they come, they do Hare Krishna, they do pranam like this. So at that time we should respond, okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. One devotee was giving class in Juhu. He was saying, see, in West, if you speak something, people respond. In India, problem is if you say Hare Krishna, this is a problem. They say, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. They don't speak. So you have to speak. And very famous quote of Prabhupada. Please listen. I am glad to learn that your cooperation for this society is appreciated by the authorities. We should learn to forget and forgive minor incidents because whenever there are two men in a place, there is always some misunderstanding. It's a very famous quote of Prabhupada. Always try to forget and forgive the incidents. Then, and there are very strong statements also by some acharyas like Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. He says that, let me not desire anything but the highest good for my worst enemy. I think, let me not desire anything but the highest good for my worst enemy. Prabhupada says, the mind should be trained to think of the welfare of others. Don't become angry with the agent of your karma. This may not be the exact quote, but conveys the essence. And then Avanti Brahmana, he says that in the 11th canto. These people are not the cause of my happiness and distress, neither the demigods, my own body, planets, my past karma or time. Rather, it is the mind alone that causes happiness and distress and perpetuates the rotation of material life. Then in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 11th canto, same Avanti Brahmana says that if someone bites his tongue with his own teeth, at whom can he become angry in his suffering? So it is his own uncontrolled mind. Then Suniti says, in the 4th canto it comes, Suniti and Dhruva Maharaj. Says, my dear son, don't wish for anything inauspicious for others. Anyone who inflicts pains upon others suffers himself from that pain. So in this way, there's a lot of quotes on, because forgiveness is the most important quality as a Brahmana and as a Vaishnava also. So it is all dependent on situation also. It's like if someone is acting to surrender, then you cannot just forgive him. You have to take action on him. Someone is duplicitous and behaving like that. So it is not all the cases, but this is the highest sense, that how we should be, and always that when you take action on someone, we see in such a way that, I heard this, the quality of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, how he sees that, he says that, you have to take care that person's devotional life is being continued, even if you take some action on him. So in this way, our whole movement is about forgiving and forgetting and spreading the mercy. That is our whole movement, right from the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that we see in this verse that how Arjuna forgave him, he did not kill him, and Lord was also pleased by seeing this act. Another thing, Prabhupada writes, by the mercy of a devotee only you can get Krishna. And by Krishna's mercy, you get an opportunity to serve the pure devotee of the Lord. So this is also very important, how in such a wonderful way Prabhupada has given an ISKCON society where we can associate with so many devotees, new devotees, senior devotees. So in this way we get an opportunity to serve them, by which the Lord is pleased. And when the Lord is pleased, then you get more and more opportunities to serve actually. Our skill is not only the factor, it is our attempt to please the devotees in the mood of surrender. Then the devotees are pleased, then the Lord is pleased, and then through the devotees and through the Lord we get more and more services, we get more and more responsibilities, so that we will be always engaged in the service of the Lord. Just like Maya Danava, even though he was a demon, but Krishna engaged him in the service of Pandavas to make a palace. So even though our situation may not be completely pure, but when we attempt in that way to surrender to pure devotee Srila Prabhupada's instructions, so then we get an opportunity to serve the Lord. Either you make an opportunity, Maya Danava made a palace, so you get opportunity to make a temple, or or to open some other project, something like that. So this is how it is, very scientific. It is not something mechanical. So Lord is pleased, and Krishna consciousness is beyond the loss of your karma. Your pains and pleasures are only through your karma, but Krishna consciousness is something which is beyond our karma. So Lord can change that. Lord can change, and He can give us more and more opportunities to serve. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Any questions?
बहुत अच्छा एक्सप्लेन किया खांडवा फॉरेस्ट का स्टोरी. एक लेमैन को हम कैसे समझा सकते हैं कि अग्निदेव को भूख लग गया है या सारी अजीर्ति हो गया करके, कैसा? हाउ
अग्निदेव इज अ पर्सन, नो?
इज पर्सन, बट that person, how, like, how we explain, he is not person like us. So
he is not person like us, but yeah, they also have material bodies that may not be made up of panchabhutas, but their bodies are subtle, more subtle.
And that ajirti also, like, was there for very long time. It's kuch din ke baad not normally it becomes normal, but for so long time his indigestion was there until he was eating the Kandava forest.
See, sometimes we have back pain, like Umakant Prabhu has back pain. Still he is going for meetings, no? Still he is going for meetings, no? So it's not if you have some pain, you are sitting only, no? You are working also. You are tolerating it for the right opportunity to solve it. So what is the problem in that?
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you gave very nice class. So, regarding forgiveness, we heard from lecture a few days back from His Grace Madhur Kanya Prabhu. So, some devotees asked, so we commit offense and we go and ask forgiveness. So, we also expect them to forgive me. We expect that devotee whom I committed offense. So, we expect him to forgive me. So, Prabhuji told the answer that it is in his hands. Inka marji mein hai, whether he will forgive or not. It is in his, whatever he wants to do, he will do. So that is in his hands. So in such situations, so Maya is ready to attack us, and in one place, unknowingly we are committing so many offenses because of ignorance, and it becomes difficult for us to continue the association of devotees. So what we should do in such situations?
You have to read Bhagavatam again and again. All the answers are in Bhagavatam only. Just like I read quote from Avanti Brahmana. What he is saying no one is cause for my distress. What he is saying, you see. What he is saying. The Brahmana said, these people are not the cause of my happiness and distress. Okay, you are speaking about distress. What about happiness? Then we don't consider at that time. We just accept it.
It's not about distress, it's about committing offenses.
Yeah, let me read the whole thing. So these people are not the cause of my happiness or distress. Neither the demigods, my own body, planets, my past work or time. Rather, it is the mind alone that causes happiness and distress and perpetuates the rotation of material life. Okay, now you are asking, he may not forgive me. So why he will not forgive? If he is a Vaishnava, he will forgive. Once, I should not say this, but one senior devotee, so he said that one devotee was speaking with him. He said, I offered obeisances to one very senior devotee, but he did not respond. So this devotee told he is not a Vaishnava. I will not take the name, but they are all very senior devotees. One new devotee asked a senior devotee, I offered respects to one senior devotee, but he did not respond. Then he saw, but he did not respond. Then he said that he is not a Vaishnava. So your duty you are doing, but if he is not responding, Krishna is saying, no. You can't be hard-hearted. He is not forgiving, that means he is not Vaishnava only. He doesn't have a devotee heart only. If he is not speaking, responding. So that means he is not following what Prabhupada is saying, forget and forgive. Unka ichha wo karega, so what? You are putting him on the simhasana or what? No. Vaishnava means forgives, he forgives. Clear? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So in a class I heard that so when the Guru gives the instruction, one has to execute it just like that blindly. So it was said that if the Guru orders to jump, so one should not think whether I have to jump or not. Immediately we should jump. So this is what I heard.
Where you are speaking all this?
In a Bhagavad Gita class only I have heard. And
a Guru gives instructions to a disciple according to his capacity only, no?
Okay.
And within that instruction there is power to execute that instruction also. Okay. Guru is not childish, you jump from the building. Why he will tell like that?
No, I hear
he will
like
not tell like that.
Okay. So
you see the instructions of Prabhupada and Prabhupada's disciples who are gurus now, they never say like that. They say you distribute, you do Sankirtan more and more, you spread the holy name. They say all practical things only, no?
Okay. On the other hand, I also heard that you have to inquire the reason behind everything submissively, and you have to be intelligent also. So these two are like contrasting. Which one is more elevated consciousness?
If you are intelligent, you will be submissive. If you are too intelligent, you won't be submissive. Okay.
Thank you.
If
Prabhu.
you are too
Hare Krishna.
intelligent, I have my own Google, I have my own thing, I will solve. If your intelligence is spiritual, this is the spiritual intelligence. That means you surrender, you ask questions, you think that in a different angles from Shastric point of view, from organization point of view, from devotee association point of view. A lot of things involved in that. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Grantharaj Srimad. Yeah, question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, we go on book distribution. There many people shoo us. And many people shoo us. I don't want Gita. When we go for book distribution.
Okay.
That time, naturally, anger comes. Why are you showing me? So, how could we control that anger? I mean, the which you read out, Brahmana, they are my own. That is right.
See,
but
those things are actually purifying our ego. Which is, see, are you pure now? Are you pure? You are not pure now. You accept there are impurities in you. So how those impurities will go? By service, by sadhana, by preaching only. So preaching is a very powerful purification. People don't listen you. You have to beg them. You have to be, submissive to them. So it is an opportunity for you to be more, to become more pure, to remove all your false ego and pride and all these things. So you have to think like that. It's an opportunity for me to purify myself. Okay. Yeah, there. One last question, bro.
Hare Krishna. If someone commits an unforgettable offense, for example, still can it be
Api chetsu duracharo bhajate ma mananya bhag sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hisa. But that cannot be all the time. Some one time or max 2 times. I don't think more than that. Should just consider like that. But there are offenses, also different offenses. Seva aparad, Naam aparad, Vaishnava aparad, which is very grave. Vaishnava aparad is very grave. So at that time, then if he is causing trouble to other Vaishnavas, then we should not keep him. We should send him back. Japa, Naam aparad. So you try to chant more. Seva aparad. And you understand what aparads are going on. With Seva aparad, you will only suffer. So you understand where the loopholes are there and try to solve it. If it is becoming very troublesome to others because of your seva, then you change your seva. Or rectify what is the problems. Better is rectify, not just changing, but rectify because you have to see the root cause and remove the root cause. What is the problem? And rectify the problem. Because wherever you go, there will be problem only. So you have to, what is the root cause? What is the problem? Rectify it. Okay. Hare Krishna. Grantharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nithai Gaur Premanande.